on, everybody? Welcome back to Switching Gears. I'm over here collabing with Kings Motorsports and his G's and my G.
Yeah, man. We over here.
This collab has been in the making for quite some time, as this is one of my really close boys, best friends since high school. What's going on, my friend?
Good to see you.
All right, so how's it been? How's it been? I know that your G is getting some work done. It's about to come out, and
that's been a while in the making now. You know, like I haven't driven that car since like November, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been sitting at my house under a cover.
For the people that don't know and watch my channel, his G has somewhere around like 650 horsepower, I would say.
Yeah,
like
to the wheels. To the
wheels
yeah.
horsepower. Like.
It's I have a G37 sedan that's all-wheel drive and it's supercharged. It's been making like 600 for I think like since 2020.
Yeah.
Stock engine.
And of course you have a daily that you also use, which is actually very smart, and that's a little hint for you guys for my next video. You guys are gonna see what I got upcoming on my sleeves.
A little sneak peek.
So it's gonna come out and it's gonna be forged, obviously, or do you wanna?
Yeah, I mean, like,
talk about that
without getting into too much detail, you know, you guys should just hop over my channel, like, when you guys get a chance.
I'm gonna link that channel.
Like, a little shameless plug, you know what I mean? But Kings Motorsports on YouTube.
And
Instagram.
Add two slow G's on Instagram.
Videos of Infinity G37.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. That's great news, man. Like, you know, I love your videos, and obviously seeing that thing in person, like I was, obviously pinned into my seat when he would launch it, and that was awesome. So I don't think I'm ever going to output that much horsepower in the G72.
Yeah,
I don't think.
You know, to be honest, it's like a rabbit hole. Once you start, you know, like it's nothing. It's like you're at that level, and then it's not enough.
Well, here's this thing. We've been doing this car scene for a very long time, way before even social media has actually been present. When we were doing it,
since high school. I remember my LS, like, you know, doing small stuff or whatever.
Right,
you know,
the
like,
Lincoln LS.
Yeah.
Was it like a 3.9 V8?
Yeah,
like,
small
oh no,
V8.
I think it was a 3.7.
No, it was a 3.9.
It was 3.9?
Yeah, 3.9.
All right, yeah. But needless to say, so we've been doing this modification for quite some time. I've modified my old cars, all of my cars actually. I think I've pretty much modified.
Yeah.
My oldest car that I modified was the CLS 63 AMG that I had.
That was a nice one.
Yeah, that was a very good one, you know, and it lasted sometimes. That one got quite a few looks, to be honest with you. But then so does this. This gets quite a few looks as well.
Yeah,
like honestly, if I would have to range it, I would put them up to par with the looks, because a lot of people don't have the Genesis.
Yeah, that's it.
And don't know about the Genesis. And you know what Genesis did? They like did the contours of like the car, like really nice with the split front lights and the split tail lights. It's different. Yeah, it's different. And I'm going to talk about that on my next video of why you should get a Genesis G70 like I did instead of maybe a 440 or a 340. Now, I am not going to say that the 340s or 440s or the C43s are not dope cars. They are absolutely dope cars.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there.
NANI?
Because those cars have a much higher potential.
They're
modding-wise.
Modding-wise, yeah. I'm not denying that at all. But for the money that you have, you know, if you're like in a budget where you can't afford like a BMW or a Mercedes or an Audi, you know, like a German car.
Yeah, but what do they compare price-wise?
Compare price-wise, it's quite some significant, because the parts, because this car was expensive.
Exactly, so.
But you know,
what you think a 340 is like?
A 340 would be like somewhere around 10,000 more.
No way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to fact check you on that.
Yeah, later. You could fact check me if you want, but I would say
part 2 on this video.
I would say like 10,000.
Come back for the reveal. I get what you're saying, and like, but it's just the fact that it's different. It looks different. It's new. not a lot of people know about it, so like, you know, it gets a lot of attention.
It gets a lot of attention because of the way it looks, but it is not by any means a slouch when it comes to actually being able to modify this thing and getting some real horsepower out of it.
I agree, but the thing why it doesn't have as high as the potential is because not many people have it, right? So not many people are modding it, which doesn't really advance the market. You know, I mean, the aftermarket.
Well, the Stinger, which is like its cousin and pretty much the exact same thing, has a lot of modification, right? So maybe this one, not as much. There's people out there, but maybe this one not as much. But the Stinger community has been going on for quite some time, and they've been getting some good horsepower out of it. They've been doing some funny things, even going against Hellcats, you know, like so like.
I'm not gonna deny that.
Right. If I had the bread, would I get the 340? I would absolutely get the 340. The 340 is a cheat code. I do not know what BMW is talking about in their numbers. Their numbers are not right, and they know it, and they don't give two craps about it, honestly. Like, and you know it. I don't know if you've seen, but 340s, they're saying something like 4.4 or 4.5. That thing runs flat forward stock.
Like 0 to 60 times?
0 to 60 times.
I mean, I don't know the 0 to 60 times. But
it's flat forward stock.
I know they're easily like moddable, very like, you know, and like the aftermarket community is like huge.
The aftermarket community is
because the engine that they come with is the same engine that's in the Supra.
Right.
Yeah, those cars.
But yeah, the community that you're talking about, yes, the community is out there. It's been out there, and BMWs have been known for years. But now you're starting to have these other cars that weren't even thought about in the 2010s start creeping up and start catching up and not be bad at all.
No,
you know,
no,
and
that's
for,
what I'm saying.
for their price.
Multiple videos on my channel.
Right.
Of me, like, you know, racing a modded 340 with an upgraded turbo. I'm not gonna say his name because now he has a built engine and is making like 1,000 horsepower. So.
So another thing that I want to point out is because there is so little of them, and there's so many of the competitions, the German competitions. Is it more appealing now to like the consumer, where it's like, like, you know, I might get a Genesis, I might get a G, like the Redline is pretty sick, you know? Like, you know, if you really, you know, whereas like, should I get the Japanese or the Korean versus the German?
Yeah, I don't know, it's a tough decision. I mean, I guess it's
I mean, you've obviously been with...
Yeah, I'm JDM.
Yeah, you're JDM. You've been JDM for a while, and I've ventured into the JDM.
Yeah.
I had a Acura CLS type Acura CL. I had an Acura CL Type S.
Yeah.
All right, we're losing light. So do you want to grab a light? I think it's going good.
Yeah.
You want to grab a light?
Sure. Grab a light, I guess.
Yeah, right here, we're good. This is perfect. Just look in the camera. Forget about the light.
I can't, it's blinding me.
Just forget about the light. Just look at the camera.
I can't.
This is
really
perfect.
Can't. I'm about to wear my sunglasses.
Yo, he's about to put his sunglasses on.
All right, we good.
Yo, don't wear the sunglasses, please.
Why?
Because it's stupid. So let's continue on talking. And where were we? So I was thinking, you know, and I'm going to talk about this on my next video, but I want to just relay that, you know, not a lot of people have the Koreans, and Koreans are actually making a movement with these cars, you know. And I don't know if you know about the Magma edition of the Gs that I put out a video not too long ago.
I got this thing. Honestly, I had this one for a really long time.
And this is the G35, right? If I'm not mistaken.
This is the G35. It's an 04.
Wow.
Yeah.
04 G35.
04. So next year she'll be legal enough to drink.
Oh wow, it's gonna be 21 years old. You're right.
Celebrate.
Yeah, you definitely.
Take her out. You know,
yeah, you're
treat
gonna
her nice.
Put some 93 on it.
I always put 93. So,
so what do you got in this thing? I kind of forgot what you have in this thing, to be quite honest.
This car is basically my like daily right now, because as like we were saying before,
right?
I have a G37, like I said. It's right now the engine is done because of just a little too much boost.
So the engine went kaput because of too much boost. I got
too
it.
Much boost. Yeah, too much boost.
And
stock engine, you know, they are reliable, but I was just trying to do.
So in your experience on a G37, how how long would a stock engine built up? How much horsepower would it?
A build?
No, not a built engine. A stock engine built. Not a built engine.
You mean like a boosted?
Right, boosted with either supercharger or turbo.
Yeah.
How much before you have to build an engine?
I mean, that's up to you if you want it. You could, those engines you can get.
Until it blows.
Yeah, like I was saying, a lot of people, what happens, like, and I did this a few times, like twice, I think, actually, over the past 4 years. So, like, each engine lasted me like about a year and a half.
So at 600 horsepower, 650 horsepower?
Don't forget, I was not just like, driving it around. I was racing it. I took it to events, you know what I mean? Like, I was not being easy on it.
Right.
So after the first one, I got another one, and then after that one went goodbye in November. I decided enough of that.
I got you.
But they could, to your question, if you don't beat on it, like, they can survive.
They can survive?
They can survive.
And then what, like, but a year is not a long time.
No, they can survive, like if you just drive it around, you know what I mean? Like, and then maybe do a pull like here or there. Yeah, I can't see it going at least 3 or 4 years.
And that's another reason why I want a daily, because if I'm putting 550 horsepower into this thing, I don't want to beat on it every day with going to work or going to hang out or whatever it is that I may be doing, that way I have a daily. I know that I can rely on that to do like little small errands, and if I want to do car videos such as this, I can just take this.
If you're doing something like you're modding it.
Or if I'm modding it and I can't drive and I need a car. Right, yeah, that too. I did not think about that one. I figured like every type of mod shouldn't take more than a day like to do.
That would be in an ideal world.
No?
No. That would be an ideal world. But yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking about a supercharger or turbo.
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I guess, small stuff, like exhaust, intakes, like.
Oh, so what do you have in this car?
Right. So this car, it's a 04 G35, all-wheel drive. I had this car probably since like 2016 at least, maybe 2015. And something like that. Anyway, and then like eventually, like I just started doing little things on it. Right now, it's like completely full bolt-on car. Like it's naturally aspirated, but it's got like a full exhaust. It's got headers. It's got like 3-inch intake. It's got intake manifold. Basically, everything you can do before going to like E85 and like forced induction.
Right.
So just like small aesthetic stuff, like headlights. I put like those LED and fog seating bumper.
Yeah.
I got the updated headlights from Japan.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I actually myself also put like the dark tint over it.
Headlight or taillight?
Taillight.
Oh, taillight.
Yeah, did I say headlight?
Yeah.
My mistake. Taillight. And the difference between the JDM taillights and like the ones we got here is the turn signal.
That's good. Yeah. I mean, I am trying to do a couple of things to this very, very soon.
Yeah.
I am trying to do.
Yeah, I know you got some plans. So what are your goals with this car?
What are my goals with this car? Like you said, and like we have been doing this for a long time, and it's almost like an addicting thing to actually just keep on going and keep on putting stuff in your car.
Where do you want to get this car, and where do you want to be in the end?
I feel like I want to be somewhere in the mid 3s and maybe like close to 10s on the quarter mile,
Okay.
Like maybe not beat the 10s, but close to 10s,
But what do you
inside the 10s.
Do you want to just do that to just prove that it can go that fast, or do you want to do that and like take other cars on? What are you trying to do?
At this age and at this stage of my life,
not saying
I
like
don't want to say that I want to take cars on.
I'm not saying like you gotta go out and look for street racing.
In a professional drag race, yeah, sure, I could, try to do
something. Like, you run into something.
But I don't know if I'm gonna build it enough to compete in a professional. I know there's amateur ones.
Do you want to take it to like car shows or something?
I definitely want to take it to a car show. I mean,
you want to enter?
Do I want to enter? I'm not sure I want to enter because I don't think I'm going to take it far enough to enter,
You never know because I don't see this car.
Right, that's true. I mean, I am going to do, and there's no limit right now. Like, I have a lot of stuff at home, and you know this. I have a lot of stuff at home to do it, and there's a lot of plans to do some stuff into this car to be able to output like a good amount of horsepower. And I wouldn't say be a sleeper, but I would say be competitive.
Be competitive.
Be very competitive. You know, because there's no way that I could be a sleeper.
Well, a sleeper already.
Well, there's no way I could be a sleeper with the R grip exhaust that I have.
No, but I'm saying, like, yeah, that, but people don't know about it, so they don't know how fast it is already, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a G37 beating a Ferrari would be a super sleeper, right? I mean, that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, there's G37s out there that could be Ferraris. Let's not get it twisted and say that there's not.
Yeah.
Going back to what I want to do with this, I just want it to be like it's a beautiful car, and I want to have more power in it, and I know it can just put more power. And being that I'm not gonna drive it much, I want it to be like a weekend, like beautiful, more power kind of car where I could do some content with it, and you know, just get the name out there, just get the name Moon Knight. Maybe people will want to do what I'm doing, but then again, it's like we've been doing this for quite a while, and when we do it, we know what to do. So now let's talk about real quick. Let's talk about what are the first mods that somebody that has a car that is able to get modified would do.
Probably like simple stuff, you know, like I would start with just like exhaust, you know, simple exhaust. Doesn't have to be a full exhaust, you know, maybe even like half of it, you know, like from like the wide pipe back, whatever, yeah, like midsection back.
Okay.
Or like a nice muffler, you know, depends what kind of car you have. If it's a turbo, if it's got a turbo, then I would definitely recommend getting like a little air filter intake.
Okay.
Because then that just brings out the turbo.
Right,
sound,
right,
you know,
right.
You get the
boost.
It just brings out the sound.
Right.
You know, so every time you step on it, you get the.
Yeah. Yes. We all know about that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to put in my intakes, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I have closed air intakes, so they're the true cold air intake. Whereas like, because these cabins just get really hot.
Yeah.
And so like anything outside of like closed air intakes, it's just hot air intake. Really.
Yeah, I know.
You know. So
I told you that.
Yeah. So I have the snorkels as well. I can't wait to put those on. That thing is going to look sick. And I don't know if you want to help me with this, but I definitely want to put the snorkels and the cold air intake. I have to drop the bumper for that.
Yeah, we'll do that. Make it happen.
And yeah, I think we could get that done.
Yeah, just in a few hours.
Yeah, that should about wrap it up. Let's go and take some car shots. And I want to, you know, definitely take some car shots of our cars on the highway and call it a day.
Yeah, we gotta get going.
All right.
All right, everybody. Peace.
Peace. So like I could do this.
Okay.
And you know, and talk like this.
Oh, can you?
Yeah, and
I didn't know
I
you could do that.
But like, you don't have to come that close.
Do this and that, huh?
Yeah,
you can do a lot of things.
You have that, so it doesn't really matter.
I got this, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't even matter. It's one of my best friends for like what, 24 years now?
Yeah, I mean,
like
we're not starting to throw out numbers, you know what I mean? You just go again, just be like, just keep talking, and be like, yeah, bro, this is my boy. You know what I mean? No, but seriously though, like we've known each other for a really long time. Without saying any numbers.
You don't have to go like that.
Yeah.
Number already.
Yeah. So we're just here, vibing. Vibes are immaculate.
Yeah, absolutely. As always.
Yeah. You guys can see it. I don't even know if you guys can see it. There it is.
I think they saw it earlier.
The Black Mamba.
While it was daylight outside. The Black Mamba?
No. The Black Mamba is at home.
The Black Mamba is at home.
Yeah.
And that's the...
This is the Junior. This is the Junior.
That's the... Oh, okay. That's a good name for it. I gotta admit, that's a pretty good name for it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. They're both black, so actually it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
But, yeah.